My name is Chemtai Kirui. I'm a media trainer and mentor who worked with the African Center for Media Excellence to train and guide journalists across East Africa on reporting productive use of solar energy in agriculture. Join me as I take you through their reflections on how this training helped them discover new ways to tell stories on solar energy and food security. In 2024, ACME conducted a series of foundational courses on reporting productive use of solar energy in agriculture in Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania with the support of Charles Stewart Mott Foundation. These training were based on research which showed that East African media gave limited attention to how solar energy is impacting smallholder farming. These findings inspired ACME to conduct this regional training to strengthen journalists' capacity to tell evidence-based stories on how solar energy in agriculture is impacting livelihoods.
Severally, we've had sections of Kenyans, receiving help, food donation from even organizations outside, even from Kenyans, talking about Turkana and Northeastern where there is a lot of droughts.
Agriculture is a way of life for the people. However, in recent years, communities have been stressed by the climate change effects.
Niligundua sasa huwa wanalima ufuta wanaanika chini, wanakausha chini. Kwa hiyo ufuta mwingi unakuwa unaingia wadudu, lakini pia mchwa na unaharibika, unapoteza ile thamani.
Before training, I never covered about renewable energy. I never knew how farmers are actually integrating renewable energy, especially using solar energy in their farms. In my reporting on agriculture, I had only seen people use diesel pumps to pump, water from the nearby streams to their farms. Some even carried water from on their backs using carts and all those.
Niwe mkweli, kabla ya mafunzo sikuwa najua chochote kuhusu habari hizi za umemejua kwamba unaweza ukatumika kwenye sekta ya kilimo. Lakini kwa siku ambayo sikuijua, sikuitarajia, niliona tangazo kwenye mitandao ya kijamii kutoka ACME ambayo makao yake ni nchini Uganda, ikieleza kwamba inatoa fursa kwa waandishi wa habari kuomba fursa hiyo, na watakaopata fursa hiyo basi watashiriki mafunzo. Mimi ninetoka mbali kusini mwa Tanzania, mkoa wa Ruvuma hadi ufike Dar es Salaam ni umbali wa zaidi ya kilomita 900. Unaweza ukaona. Kwa hiyo fursa nyingi kama zingepita pengine kwa taasisi, basi huenda ni vyombo vikubwa vya kitaifa wangepata fursa hiyo. Lakini leo mimi ambaye natoka ndani kabisa huko mkoani, nilivyoona fursa hiyo nikasema ngoja nijaribu. Nilivyojaribu ndio nikapata.
ACME worked with local trainers and experts guest speakers in each country, linking the science of solar technology with human stories behind it.
The training prepared me to first translate the technical jargon of renewable energy, but also to ask the tough questions to the policymakers about financial systems, policy support. But also, it's helped me to create a story that not only talk about the technology, but it also talks about the relationship between the technology and how it means to the society, to the people, and the community that it serves.
What surprised me most about the subject was that solar energy is linked to so many aspects. Initially, I thought, okay, with solar, it's about lighting, powering up electrical items and all that. But I discovered that this is something that there's a direct connection and a strong connection to agriculture.
Kwanza nizungumzie kwenye kujiamini kwenye kuandika hizi habari. Unapokuwa hujui kitu Nilikuwa siwezi kuandika kwa sababu nilikuwa sijui naanzia wapi, namfuata nani, pengine takwimu nitazitoa wapi. Lakini kupitia hayo mafunzo nilijifunza kwamba takwimu unaweza ukazipata kwenye vyanzo mbalimbali. Kuna taasisi, kuna washikadola kwa maana ya serikali, kuna wakulima wenyewe wanaweza kwa kueleza kwa uzoefu wao, lakini pia hata ACME ambao sasa hivi mimi leo naonekana hapa kwa sababu ya wao wanafanya utafiti. Na tafiti zao zinatuonyesha kwamba tulikotoka ni wapi, tuliko ni wapi na tunakoelekea ni wapi. Kwa hiyo kuna vitu vingi ambavyo sikuvijua, lakini sasa nimevifahamu. Ina maana nina uwezo wa kuandika taarifa yoyote inahusiana na matumizi ya umeme jua kwenye sekta ya kilimo.
Building up on these foundational courses, ACME later convened a regional masterclass program in Nairobi, bringing together journalists who had excelled in previous courses.
After training, and then we went to the field, I realized that there is need, and farmers are actually embracing renewable energy by use of solar power, be it to pump water to their farms from nearby streams, or using the cold rooms that are provided, keep the produce fresh. So thus, at the end of it all, reduces the post-harvest loss.
As part of the program, ACME provided reporting grants to participating journalists, giving them the chance to apply their new skills in the field.
Kwa hiyo mafunzo niliyopata mwaka jana Morogoro, nikasema sasa mimi habari yangu ya kwanza nitaenda kuzungumza na wakulima kutoka wilaya ya Tunduru, mkoa wa Ruvuma, na kubwa ni kwenda kuwahamasisha sasa kuhama kwenye ukaushaji ule wa kienyeji ambao hauna faida, na kukausha sasa kwa kutumia njia sasa hii ya kisasa, teknolojia ambayo niliipa jina ya nyumba kavu ya jua.
The first story I did about the training was on solar drying of fruits to combat malnutrition. And this was in a community where mangoes normally, seasonal mangoes are normally wasted. When I was reporting that story, I had to make sure that it was not just about getting quotes from individuals, but also trying to connect them to the important issues, the global issues like climate change, but also looking at the fact that this is a method that was cleaner.
I come from a fishing community, and I thought it wise that I'm able to do a story regarding that. I wanted to showcase the impact. In Kisumu, we have a solar dryer that does omena. The women there are even giving the value addition in that omena. One, that omena is hygienically handled, because the solar dryer empowers that, gives it a platform that is able to dry evenly. These same women, now that they've embraced it and they're doing it like a chama, so they've come together. They're also repackaging it and going to markets beyond Kenya. It has really impacted their lives in terms of look at the economic impact, and also looking at the whole sustainability issue.
To further celebrate excellence, ACME introduced a new category on productive use of solar energy reporting in the Uganda National Journalism Awards. Among the honorees was Zakia Mohammed and Daniel Kipchumba.
It was my first award outside Kenya. When I got an email and I was told that I've been shortlisted among the people that will be traveling to Uganda, and my story has made it to the top stories that will be considered for this award, I was very happy, because now I started looking at things from a different angle, now from an international point of view.
Actually, it was really nice, because honestly, it's my first ever award since I've started the journalism thing, and so I was really happy and honored, actually, because this recognition to me means that I need to do better, I need to do more, I need to dig deep and comes out with more stories from the grassroots. But also to my community, this story means that this wasn't just a story. It was a recognition of a certain community in rural areas that their story is seen and is tangible, and it can be used as the role model to other communities in Africa, in East Africa, and all over the world.
There was positive response. There was high traffic in that particular story. As I mentioned earlier, that even the county government of Homa Bay, Department of Fisheries, actually called me. They were really impressed with this particular work that I did. And now we are seeing that they're also coming in terms of partnering with other solar manufacturers to enable this particular fishing community to be able to access affordable gadgets.
When I wrote a story about this solar dryer that was drying seasonal mangoes for this climate stressed community, they received a donation from an anonymous person. And because of this, the story came out and it was read, and I got a call from one of the sources, and he told me about it. And he told me he had traveled to Ghana for an AI workshop and they're trying to learn how they can connect, be able to install AI technology on these solar dryers.
Nilipokea simu kutoka kwa viongozi wa Tunduru, walinipongeza na wakasema hili wazo ni wazo zuri sana, lakini nikamwambia haliwezi kuwa wazo zuri kama tutaenda kuwaunga mkono wa wakulima, tuwajengee hizo nyumba kavu za jua. Na kama wao wenyewe hamtaweza kuwajengea, basi hata tu kuwa hata na nyumba hata 2 za mfano ambazo mtu akiona anajifunza. Kwa hiyo ile habari ilikuwa na umuhimu mkubwa.
Mentoring reporters made me appreciate my edit a little bit more because it made me understand how when you have different people reporting to you and they come with different stories, ideas, and the way they do their work, how are you going to merge it in a way that tells the story that they want to tell? So I was able to look at those stories in an editor's lens, and also being able to interact with them and asking them to go further than what they had, changing their stories into something that is what they were proud of at the end of it all. And I think one of the stories that I was able to mentor won an award. As the program continues, the experiences of the journalists involved illustrate the value of mentorship and collaboration across the region, strengthening the quality of reporting on clean energy transitions and their impact on communities. This journey does demonstrate what's possible when knowledge, purpose, and storytelling comes together.
Reporting about productive use of solar in agriculture is very important because it gives these people or the farmers around those areas an idea of what they can do in terms of food production without depending on rain, which is a problem, rain-fed agriculture, which is a challenge for many farmers today. So yes, it is true that journalists are very influential and they have a responsibility to do that, and we can do that. And we're already doing that through the thing that we are getting from ACME.